Well, here's another weekly update on what's happened to the building on the Queensland Tractor Spares renovations. So, if you just walk across here to the receipt and dispatch area, there should be room in there for the forklift to park. And there's going to be a packing bench in through here. All the sheeting's done. Apparently the plaster is coming. He was coming late last week, but it looks like it's early next week now. So I don't know what they're going to do with that front edge, whether they leave it there. If it's left there, I might put a bit of aluminium checker plate. It'll be a good place for a sign for when it's open, I'd say. I'll zoom back out of there again. One thing I'll have to look at is that you can hear is me walking on these bits of steel there we had for the ramps for the forklift, but they're out of 6mm or 1/4 inch checker plate, but they bend with the forklift, so I probably should make some new ones, which I will. And when we look at the chain here, the chain for the door, well, I can see a problem coming with that marking the plasterboard here, so we'll have to deal with that some way too, and that may be just putting a piece of aluminium checker plate up and down there as well, just to stop it doing that. We may up at the top there, I thought I could make it electric, but when you look up the top there, my office wall is very close to up there, so there's no room for a motor there. But when we come across this other side here, I'll see if we can zoom in a little bit, there is plenty of room up there. So anyway, we're undecided with that at the moment, we'll just see how we go. Well, this is walking in the front door, and we can see the wires for the part shelves that are going along there. The part shelves are all lit, they have light boards in the top of them, so that's all finished off. The plaster around the steel beam going through, that's all done. That's not looking bad. We've got our 500 wires there still. Now, we've got a light here, so we might use that a little bit. This is the back storage area, which is, look, it's about 5 metres long. And so the part shelves will go in along this wall here. There'll be 4 or 5 part shelves for the fast moving items there. Down this end here, that's our little kitchenette. And we'll have the plasterer will come in and sort all this stuff out once more, tidy that up. That's for Harold. I had to show Harold where the toilet was. Old blokes worry about such things. So yeah, this will probably be known as the dungeon. Out the back, it's got no windows. It's all concrete walls. Well, concrete walls on 1, 2, 3 sides at least. So this will be the dungeon. Now, if we look in behind here, we've a little hidey hole there under the stairs. The stairs have been put in this last week. So when we come around here, in that corner where the light is, that's where there'll be a desk for Judy, just one for downstairs. And so straight behind there, we've got this little alcove that we can put, well, we're thinking of putting a couple of filing cabinets in along the wall, plus a couple of old bookshelves just for the rarer parts books and things that we can come across as time goes by. So that's a big improvement. Now look at this, lovely steps. No more climbing up the ladder. They're actually pine, they're all pine steps, but we have these aluminium inlays. They've routed the top out and they've put these anti-slip treads in there on the corner, so It was a nice look, the timber. So at this stage we're actually thinking of the footage is fuzzing out there on us a bit. So there, that's a look down on the steps, but there is a nice wood grain there. So I think we might just stain that, or maybe use an epoxy, something like that, and highlight the grain. So it doesn't look too bad with the aluminium pieces and the other grain. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Now up the top here, that's the other end of the roller door. Now there's probably room for a motor there, I would say. Yeah, down this end where the office wall is, ain't no room for much at all down there. And that's just looking back from the front area here. That's just the stairwell just there. They've finished that all off. All the plaster's done nicely now. We're just waiting. We actually decided to put a HDMI cable down through the wall here, and the other end of that is down on the floor here, which will come out with the data. So if I have a desk near the window here, well, that way we can stream stuff straight from the screen straight up there. If I want to watch YouTube, which, I don't know, seems to happen from time to time. But yeah, we're keeping the rear concrete wall. We'll have that all painted. I just thought there's a good wall, no use covering it up, and we may put bookshelves there anyway. But everything else is pretty well as it was last week. In through these offices, all the gyprock's been done. That was the main thing for this week, was finishing the plaster and doing the steps. And the store's still the same. And I have bought it's a little like a pallet racking bench to put out here. And with the vent going up there, the vent that they had there in the toilet down below has a domestic fan in it. There's no way it would have pushed air right up to there, so way out through here. So what I'm going to do with that, I believe, is I'll get them to leave it there, and this actually goes really thin. Where are we? Up in there. But I won't be doing any welding in it here, but I might put a fan on that just to draw a bit of hot air out, out of the top here, or up on the roof here. Might put a couple of whirly gigs or something like that, whirly birds. And these high bays are going, and we're replacing them with just fluoros, so we haven't got to wait for these to warm up, and then these will go home to Bundy Bear's shed. But with the clear stuff through there, it's quite light out where the walkway will be. So it looks like next week we have the plasterer and I believe the floor slurry people. We have a new power box coming in through here, like this little girl. That was enough to run the show for years. But anyway, we've got this big hunk of conduit coming down, and all this to go in there yet. I think it's just join up the loose ends with all that, isn't it?